In Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Raj is well and truly underway, and the effects of his policy decisions are being felt on the ground. In the latest, his decision to crack down on illegal slaughterhouses resulted in a leading eatery in Lucknow announcing that there was no meat left to prepare the iconic Tunday Kebab so closely identified with the gastronomic culture of the city. Critics and opposition leaders says the crackdown on illegal slaughterhouses is not about Tunday Kebab or about illegality, but about Muslim baiting and the negation of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas philosophy. Is this true, or is too much being read into this? Some reactions have come in on this particular story. We will go to them in just a few moments, but without delay, I just want to throw this open for debate. Joining me on this show, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, RSS thinker Rakesh Sinha with us, and Tariq Siddiqui, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, with us. Let me first begin with Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. Dr. Trivedi, many people are saying that Tunday Kebab derived from obviously buffalo meat, which is today under the lens in the state of Uttar Pradesh because of the crackdown on illegal slaughterhouses, is a creeping attempt at trying to limit the choices of one particular community and also disenfranchise them from their livelihoods, and therefore goes against the very essence of Indianness or Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. How do you respond, sir?
Rahul, yes, I agree that Tunday Kebab is one of the iconic symbols of Lucknow, and we also appreciate it and accept it. But whatever the action the government has taken, it is strictly on the legal lines, nothing doing with anything which was iconic or which was having a certain taste in the people. If somebody is saying that they are getting their raw material from illegal units, it is up to them to decide. Our government has said that only illegal slaughterhouses are being closed, those who are not having proper papers and proper authenticated documents, which should not be there in the operation as per the law. So, just law is taking its own course, which was not implemented since long, not only in this aspect, whether it was anti-romeo squad or any other thing, we are taking into account each and every aspect related to law and order. Just today you have seen our Chief Minister Yogi Aditynath has went to Hazratganj police station. Look at the scene. There was a scene in the previous government when the leaders of Samajwadi Party were visiting the thanas of police or police stations for those that you leave that person who is accused of any charge. Now, our Chief Minister has gone to police station to ensure that anybody who is guilty should not be spared. So, there is a distinct difference in the scenario after new government has taken place. If you want to look at one side, I think this is just your blinkered view, nothing more than that.
It's a blinkered view, Mr. Samajwadi Party spokesperson Tariq Siddiqui. It's a very blinkered view. You're trying to color an exercise that has been undertaken to prevent illegality and safeguard the rights of buffaloes who are ill-treated in illegal abattoirs. Sir. You're trying to color an exercise.
See, if mandate of 325 seat means that a chief minister will go and give the signal of the cleaning Kotwali, and Sudhanshu ji is very, he is feeling proud of it, then slaughterhouses, pan masala, if these are the priorities of the government, so let it be. As far as your debate topic is concerned, Rahul ji, who is supposed to, what is the legal and illegal about the slaughterhouses? Who is supposed to do this? If ultimately what National Green Tribunal and Pollution Board has set a norm, basically, where Supreme Court has delivered a judgment in 2013, and this is the job of the corporation which is a direct under the control of the government. So before taking any decision, government, I would have appreciated if government would have given an instruction to the authorities to administration that in a time-bound phase, they should upgrade the slaughterhouses, they should upgrade to meet the norms. And yes, the consumer deserves to have an hygienic meat, whether it is a buffalo meat, whether it is a mutton. The consumer deserves to get hygienic meat, and for that I would have welcomed the CM
so what are you trying to say?
But unfortunately, what has happened, you see, what has happened, Rahulji, I am just making my point. What has happened, you see, 3 shops in Hathras ablaze. Any actions have taken place? Who is going to give the compensation to them? More than 40-45% people in Uttar Pradesh, it's a part of their food habit. It is a highest source of the cheapest possible protein for the people. Around 40-45-50% people are consuming. Have you created any alternate for them? Then if the slaughterhouses close like this, those shops which are legal, even they are being closed because they are not getting supply. The retail outlets are being closed. There are a lot of shops which are like a daily wage,
because a certain section
so what has happened with
society,
them? Do we have thought about this?
So you're saying that because a certain section of society is employed in these abattoirs, and we know which section we are talking about, they are being deliberately picked upon. That's what you're saying, sir, that this is an attack, therefore, a selective attack on the livelihoods of one community. Is that what you're saying, Mr. Siddiqui? And you're going to say it also then next, I'm sure, the Ram Mandir, Uniform Civil Code, as also the Enemy Property Bill, all of this is part and parcel of a larger attempt to isolate, to intimidate, to exclude.
Rahulji, these were not the only issues in their manifesto. It was a thick manifesto book. I have gone through it. They were the few points. But that has to happen to the priority of the government, which sends a signal where you get little confused what government is exactly wanting to do.
Okay. So,
there's a fierce psychosis across the Uttar Pradesh.
Okay, quick response.
People, I know a place called Bihani. Even yesterday there was some celebration.
Before I bring mutton what? What are you going to say, sir? That there was another Akhlaq type incident that was about to happen? Is that what you're trying to say, sir?
Even a mutton. Yeah, the administration people came, they picked up the mutton, even was created at home. And then people don't know, even in Kanpur, there are rumors, even you cannot eat chicken, you cannot cut chicken also. So government, either they should come out very clearly what they are exactly looking at. Is the hygienic availability of hygienic meat to the people is the...
One second, let me bring in Rakesh Sinha before I bring in Dr. Trivedi once again.
So they should give the instruction to administration.
Ek second, give me a second. Mr. Sinha, Mr. Siddiqui is very clear. This is not Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. Some people are being deliberately targeted, so they are not part of the Vikas agenda.
No, I think it is strange that he is communalizing even the issues like profession and food habits. I am telling you, Mr. Siddiqui, the food habit at the cost of whom? Do you know? Every buffalo, when it is slaughtered, 10 liters blood goes to the underground and contaminates the water. And you know, in the western Uttar Pradesh, where the slaughterhouse have mushroomed, the cases of cancer and other infected disease have increased. This is scientifically data. The Lancet Journal, which is the most authentic medical journal, says that if it is not well managed slaughterhouse, they become fatal for the humanity. So kindly don't communalize the issues which are concerned to the health, which are concerned to the social acceptable norms. Second most important thing is that,
Mr. Sinha, please don't take me wrong. I am not communalizing at all. I am saying there are 45% people who are consuming the meat. And I am sure out of 45%, Muslims cannot be more than 15%.
Just give me 30 seconds. Please give me 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds, sir. Give me 30 seconds. I am giving certain names. Anand in Gujarat, Sudha in Bihar, Milana in Kerala, Nandini in Karnataka, Alvin in Tamil Nadu. These are the industries based on the cow breeds, and millions of people are getting employed. So what about Anand? It is not excluding Muslims. In Gujarat, Muslims are very much part of Anand. In Kerala, Milana is most of the employees are Kerala Muslims. So it's a question of better alternative. There is a better alternative. They are cooperative society. They are not the government-owned society. So if
why
there is
are you
a
deliberately
alternative is coming to
politicizing
you
what
at your
is
fort,
a Swachhta Abhiyan
it
or
is
part of a Swachhta Abhiyan? That's the question that Mr. Rakesh Sinha is trying to get to ask you, sir. Why are you politicizing it? Why is fear always the weapon that the Samajwadi Party, the Congress and other political parties use?
No, Mr. Rahul. Mr.
Sir,
Rahul, if Mr. Sinha is over,
one sentence.
I'm not at all
This is also an
criminalizing it.
effort
I'm
to
not even saying this.
make a correction in the social philosophy of the Indian state.
Boliye Janab, Siddiqui Saab, your response is awaited. What's the problem?
No, yeah. Okay, what I am saying, I am not criminalizing at all. I am saying at least 40 to 50% consumers are there who eats buffalo meat, out of which Muslim cannot be more than 15%. I am saying why you are denying to the consumers? Create an alternate. Government should have given dictate to administration, to corporation, that they should upgrade the slaughterhouses in given time. And this is a job of the central government. You have been into government for last 2.5 years. What have you been doing so far?
Dr. Trivedi wants to come in.
Why you have not upgraded the slaughterhouses?
Dr. Trivedi wants to come in on this point.
Supreme Court has given in 2013. You are symbolizing this?
You are symbolizing this.
2013 there is a sermon, your government is there from
Mr.
Why you have not upgraded?
The statistics given by you.
Dr. Saab, go ahead.
So with that logic, Rakesh Sinha Sahab,
the statistics given by you,
all sabzi mandis,
one at a time, gentlemen, one at a time.
All these things are illegal.
Please, you are self-contradicting your statement.
Will you close everything?
No, Ruk jai, 1 second, one at a time, please. Dr. Trivedi first. Let's bring some order. Yes, Dr. Trivedi.
Whatever statistics has been provided by Mr. Siddiqui, though I do not agree to it, but even if he himself has any belief in it, he is having a self-contradictory statement when he is saying that 40 to 45% people are having this food habit and only 15% may be the Muslim. Then how it has become a communal angle of any food habit? It means this is not at all a communal angle, it is purely a legal angle. And one more thing, you have mentioned so many subjects
Did I say this, Mr. Trivedi, that it's a communal thing? Did I say this?
Directed to the particular community. I would like to say something different.
Boliye.
If the Swachhata Abhiyan is there, it is for every poor, whether it is a minority or majority or Dalit. The biggest beneficiary are going to be the minorities and the Dalit. If this is the Jan Dhan Yojana, who is going to be the biggest beneficiary? Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, who is going to be the biggest beneficiary? Stand Up and Mudra Yojana, who is going to be the biggest beneficiary? This is the difference in our attitude and your attitude, that we do welfare without any discrimination of caste and creed.
Let's be on the subject.
No, he is on the subject.
Each and everything with the community.
You're deviating from the subject, sir. You're deviating from the subject.
And on the subject, as Rakesh Sinha ji has given one example.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, finish.
देखिए साहब, मैं ये भी बताना चाहता हूं कि there is a scientific proofs which says that production of the beef generates chlorofluorocarbon, which is one of the biggest contributor to the greenhouse effect. So one of the reasons is also the beef production. So we cannot just argue on the health or other
so what are you saying? No, so what are you going to say? That there is going to be a complete debate. No. Are you saying then, Dr. Trivedi, that we can look forward to a situation in the state where there's going to be a complete ban on all slaughterhouses because you want to save the environment? Is that what's going to happen next?
No. We want to say that look at the thing objectively. Our commitment is that we will ban the illegal slaughterhouses and subsequently, if required, the mechanized slaughterhouses. Those which are running with the legal proper documents, they can go ahead with their business.
So what's the problem, Mr. Siddiqui? They've said legal slaughterhouses can go ahead. What's wrong?
I welcome for modernization of all these slaughterhouses. My question is, you have to take a trade-off. For every action you do it, you put an industry, there will be some problem somewhere. You have to take a trade-off, which one is better. So whatever Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi ji is saying, maybe some diseases will go up and all, cannot be a reason. Because if everybody knows you have to consume 100% perfect oxygen for a better health. But if you happen to be in a coal mine or an iron mine where you know you are getting 40%, 60%.
So you're saying that by focusing,
you will
so you're saying by focusing on certain issues. So you're saying that by focusing on certain issues, there is a message. When you talk about love jihad, when you talk about all these issues, which you know, Ram Mandir, etc., there's a deliberate angle to all of this. That's what you say. Okay, Mr. Sinha, that's a valid point. Some people will say that there's a deliberate attempt to give primacy to a particular issue because you know that it will polarize politics. Mr. Sinha, quick response.
Former Kerala Chief Minister Aditynath, who is from CPM, while he was in Chief Minister in Delhi, he had organized he addressed a press conference on 26 July 2010. In that press conference, he said, money and marriages have changing the demography of Kerala. Aditynath is not part of Saffron family, but he raised the serious issue of love jihad. I am not targeting a particular community. A part of a community with a convergence with the international forces are doing something. So I make a distinction between the Indian Muslims and those who are part of the conspiracy. Just like that someone is joining the ISIS, that doesn't mean the entire community should be blamed or entire community should
Kebab Bandi.
So
Kebab Bandi.
We also learn to make a distinction between the anti-social elements and the community.
Okay, so Kebab Bandi is about Swachhta first. It is not about any selective targeting of any particular community. Yes, Dr. Trivedi, very quickly, I have 20 seconds on this debate. Go ahead, sir.
On this issue, मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहूंगा, अगर सिलेक्टिव टारगेटिंग की बात कहें तो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने स्किल डेवलपमेंट की बात कही है इन द पर्टिकुलर कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ यूपी। लखनऊ का चिकन उद्योग हो या भदोही का कालीन उद्योग, मुरादाबाद का पीतल का उद्योग हो या बनारस की साड़ी, अगर आप देखिए तो ओवरवेलमिंग आर्टिजन्स आर फ्रॉम माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटी. So you can say that the skill development is precisely going to benefit them.
Okay, so let's not read.
इसलिए हम आपसे कह रहे हैं, if you want to look at the one side, look at the other side.
Communal motives into every step.
Do not read with a communal color.
Okay, so steps are being taken.
सुधांशु जी, मैं तो कह ही नहीं रहा हूँ कि ये
communal issue है. No, the debate is over.
मैं कह रहा हूँ कि you can't deny the fact that 60% people are below poverty line.
But sir, this will help. No, if you have regulated industry, you have regulated salaries, you will have regulated rights.
तो मैंने कहा तो ये कारीगर
and also good health. We leave it at that, gentlemen. We leave it at that. I'm glad, Mr. Siddiqui, that you've decided to shift your position just a little bit, because in the larger public interest, a start has to be made. And yes, in every industry, some people are going to be adversely affected when there is regularization. Let's just hope that everything doesn't get wrapped up in politics and then produced as an example of polarization. We'll take a short break.